Hi, Taurus. Welcome to Moonfire Tarot. I'm Jules. We're going to be looking into what is happening for you in November, the upcoming energies for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. I'm Jules, intuitive tarot reader, and we're going to start out with checking your overall energies. We'll dive into love, pull a general tarot spread, check any tea you need to know, any gossip, check on the career, and see what's up. All right. So, comment down below. Let me know how it resonates. Subscribe for more. Welcome to all my new subscribers. All right. Thank you so much for being here. It definitely helps the channel grow. Hit that like button. I think they have a new button. It's like a hype button, but I don't know anything about that yet. So I'll get it. I'll get it. Anyway, Taurus, let's do this, guys. Personal read, you can find me at moonfiretarot.com. Thank you to all who booked. If any of you are watching this on the vacation sale, I appreciate it, and I'm getting to those readings soon. Already started. All right, Spirit, talk to me for Taurus. What is hitting them in November? What's the overall energies for them in November? All right, let's take a look. Breathe, Taurus. All right, so that is like decompression time. All right, take a relaxer. All right, there's some type of cycle, something you're going through round and round that, maybe repeating, could be repeating patterns. The advice with that card is always to look at it as building blocks, almost to try to see the cycle from a different perspective. All right, to get you out of that. And that's probably really on your mind. And I see no place like home. That could be literally home feeling, or it's like you could be looking for a home, you could be running in circles trying to find one, or this is like literally a person, like someplace, some person. And I see serendipity. That is signs from the universe. A lot of you may have just broken out of a cycle with the breathe card, or you're trying to, okay, and you're looking for signs. You're going to be getting signs with the serendipity card. And I see fate. There's something where fate is turning for you, and I can't help but it's like decompression, like November is about you taking a deep breath, figuring out where you belong, what's fated. You're going to be getting signs when the fates card comes out. That's about some things are just meant to be a certain way. It's a card of acceptance, and I do see regeneration. This could be reconciliation for some of you, but for a lot of you, that is about coming back to life. Okay. And with exchanging gifts card, this is like an equal balance. You could meet someone that helps you. This is equality. Okay. Yeah, it's like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. It's an equal exchange. For some of you, there is going to be a bond that comes back to life, or you're coming back to life, and having more balanced life instead of running around in circles. With that round and round card. Let me see, bottom of the deck. I do see unexpected blessings. All right, and it most likely has to do with Treasure Island. All right, that is about your prosperity, happy place, things going good. Now, for a lot of you, there is going to be an unfinished symphony. This does feel like what's also coming through is some type of cycle with someone that's not complete yet. Okay. Something unfinished. And I see message in a bottle. That could be contact coming. Okay. We'll see. We're going to dive into love next because that regeneration card feels strong. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you're coming back to life. You may hear from an ex, you may hear from a former friend or family member that you may not, some of you may not want to hear from, depending on the story. Okay. But that is coming up. Heads up. Heads up, or they want to contact you. Where the energy is now, likely a lot of you may be getting some type of contact. All right, let's take a look at love. So your goal, it looks like, is just to relax, relax, come back to life, look at things, look at signs from the universe, trust your intuition on things, assess your homework if something unexpected is likely to happen. Spirit, talk to me for love. Where's Taurus at for November? What's the upcoming energies for Taurus? Let's see, what do we got at the deck split? All right, try again, starting over, new directions. You see, that's regeneration. All right, now for a lot of you, that could be trying to start a relationship over, or you're breaking free. Okay, because I do see emotional turmoil here, like something really hurt you. There was something rough here. Spirit, talk to me for Taurus and love. Dominant energy. What's the story playing out here? I see grounding and stabilizing. Okay, so that's like the breathe card, and I see divine timing, taking time to heal. All right, that's the energies I'm getting from this reading dominantly. And healthy choices, yes, that could be like the fruit bowl, eating healthier, but that's choosing to be happier, choosing self-love, choosing like making healthy choices. I do see a karmic card around this. Depth, cause and effect. All right, there is a sense like someone may be spying on you. All right. You know, you may have been, that round and round card could be talking about a karmic cycle you went through with someone, whether they were, you know, karmic to you, karmic to each other. But I see clinging, holding on. They could be spying. This person could be watching. You could be watching them. But there's some type of epiphany, a realization. All right, this is like backstory here on why you're grounding yourself, why you're making healthy choices here. You're having some type of epiphany. Let's see where that goes. Chasing, yeah, you don't want to chase anymore. You know, if that's the cycle where it's been, that gets, you know, toxic after a while. Where it's like you feel like you're clinging to somebody, or you're chasing something not good for you, you know, or like you just need to pull back to teach someone a lesson. You know, to be, all your stories are going to be a little different. Doesn't always have to end badly. Spirit, talk to me. What is this person upcoming energy actions towards Taurus? All right, so I see coffin, so something definitely ended, and I see new beginnings too. Key on a ring, talking. I'm gonna break this down for you guys. And there's that emotional turmoil. All right, Taurus, there's someone. Now, it doesn't have to be a lover. So for some of you, it's not going to be. All right. I do feel like some of you may have some type of commitment energy or blooming romance. You may get back out there. All right. But for a lot of you, this is going to be an ending because someone is thinking of their options, treating you that way. You're feeling that way in some way. Now, for those of you more aggressive or something, you may be like, not even aggressive, but some of you may be also thinking about your options. But there's a lot about hurt here and realizations and that you're chasing. It's reading more like, you know, you're having this realization that you're always having to reach out to this person, and there was something that happened here in this dynamic. All right, we'll see. And I see talking and emotional turmoil. All right, it's likely message in the bottle. Some of you are going to get contact. All right, and it may be, that could also be where you get your epiphanies and realizations from. Okay, Spirit, what's the talking? What leads to the talking? What happens after talking? All right. See, I see a blooming romance. So some of you, now that's usually a sign of new love, right? Find that flirting, wanting to date. And then I see heartbroken, breakup, despair. You know, you may still be longing for this person because of the past that I do see coming clean with memories, but there's a withdrawal energy. I do feel like, I think I've been getting a similar message for Taurus, that a lot of you may be moving on from this energy. Now with this split combination, like I said, I did see regeneration for some of you. Some of you are going to be able to work this out. And how you're going to know? Well, yeah, for one, if you're having an epiphany that you're always chasing this person, they're treating like an option, that's not the kind of energy that's blooming romance, wanting to date. You know what I mean? That's more like, you know, someone more steady. All right. Overall, it feels like grounding yourself, making healthy choices is going to be a big topic for you, or at least the first part of November. Hopefully, you know, hopefully sooner the better, right? We pass over, can move on, but it does look like dealing with some type of past hurt is up there. Okay. And contact. All right, let's pull some tarot. Let's take a look. Spirit, talk to me. What else for Taurus for November? Let me get into the gossip, see what's going on. Spirit, talk to me for Taurus for November. What else is happening? All right. All right, Six of Wands and the Hierophant. Guys, that is victory and some type of commitment. All right. Now, it could be education, it could be commitments at home, it could be school, it could be at your job where you're teaching someone. That's getting like attention. Now some of you, those reconciling, that is going to be like getting that attention. Let's take a look, see what else comes out here. Three of Wands, waiting, making plans with conviction. And there's the breakup, the Three of Swords, the heartache, whatever betrayal this was. I feel like a lot of you may be keeping your head down and just working really hard to get past this, okay? Like, and then I see Judgment. All right, rethinking the past, deciding what goes and what stays. And the Hanged Man. All right, so Judgment feels really strong. All right, a lot of threes here. Whatever this person did, there is this type of sorrow here. And I do feel like, yeah, you're bearing your head. You are going to be working on your goals, working on things. And Judgment to Four of Pentacles. Now, that could be a stubborn energy, someone trying to hold on to you. But I am seeing Hangman, divine timing, all right? But we do have the Ace of Swords. Okay, here's that communication again. Truths coming out, new mindsets, all right? Let's take a look. Spirit, where does Judgment take? Why is Judgment here? Why is this leading Taurus? And making more money, by the way, is a a highlight here. It's undertone, okay? Page of Wands. I feel like you guys are really like you may start dating, okay? This Judgment, it does on I'm going to be honest, Taurus, it feels more like you rising from the ashes yourself. All right? The love story may be in divine timing for a lot of you, and don't think I mean years and years, but that this dynamic, maybe you just moving on, earning more money and being more protective of your energy. I do see you guys, Page of Wands, getting flirty, dating a bit, feeling like, you want that's a Princess of Fire energy, like exploring, because Knight of Pentacles, you're taking things slow because you're wounded, but you're still standing. Like, you're determined to have a better existence. And for those of you who are heavily committed, like no place like home, looking for signs, trusting in the universe, that kind of energy, maybe some of you guys may be relocating or like in a transition period in your life. You know what I mean? Spirit, yeah, Page of Pentacles. See, this is a lot of like messages going out, seeing potential. You may end up with all these coins. The undertone is like a focus on the finances. All right. Spirit, talk to me about this Hangman. What's divine timing about? Are they stuck? What's going on? Or is it divine timing? Page of Pentacles again. All right. I don't do card tricks. Let me see. And Six of Cups. You see, a lot of you, Ace of Cups, are trying to, some of you, like I said, there is a collective of Tauruses who are really wanting to reconcile, or you're trying to see if there's a potential there. Okay. So I see this, the past is on your mind a lot, but I have an Ace of Cups here. Now, that's a new beginning in love. Okay. And that could technically be a new person or a new, energy altogether. All right. But with the Six of Cups, for a lot of you, it's going to be thinking about the past and waiting contact. I feel like this may be on a lot of your minds where you want to talk about things. I do see healing. Okay. Six of Pentacles. And I have the Emperor and the Empress together. All right. So a lot of you, this person, there is someone, and again, you're gonna know because this energy is, some of you guys again are gonna move on. I keep my guides. I'm sorry to reiterate that, but my guides keep telling me to say that, and I have to tell you that because I don't want you to, because those cards are really toxic. Okay, that came out with this person. So, but relationships can get hard and things are fixable, Taurus. All right. So I do see there is some type of new beginning in love. Some of you are going to be manifesting that. Some of you are going to really want your old person back, whatever happens, all right, in divine time, because I do see y'all flirting and like, blooming romance, something going on here. There is Emperor and Empress together with someone being very giving, and we had an equal exchange of gifts to the past person. Some of you, they may get their act together and be more equal, and you'll know because they're going to be more equal with, they're going to equal, you're not going to have to chase them anymore. There won't be more turmoil. They're going to come in ready, like Emperor and Empress together with no cards separating them. All right. I rarely see that. There's usually something going on here. There's hope here for healing. Okay, where both of you are equally committed and get an equal exchange of energy. It's a beautiful energy, and it's going to make you feel really happy. Nine of Cups. Okay, so we have that potential showing up here. We're talking to you. What's any other thing about this person's? I see you're likely to get contact. All right. Two of Pentacles. They may still be juggling right now. Let me see. Five of Wands. Queen of Swords. I feel like this person wants to talk to you about stabilizing. Now, for a lot of you, it is going to be, you're trying to get your priorities in order. You're trying to ignore all these struggles that you have to overcome in the past and setting boundaries. And some of you may, I do feel like some of you are also looking for a home. Okay, with this, with the Four of Wands, Queen of Swords, maybe analyzing, but I do feel like someone does want to talk to you. All right, they want to talk to you about coming back into alignment, about resetting the seeds. Yeah, High Priestess and a Chariot. They may not be talking to you right now. There may be a lot of no contact with this energy, but I'm seeing a sense of thinking about it. It's like the Chariot wants to ride forward and focus to victory and all this good stuff. High Priestess is silent. Four of Swords is stagnant energy, but I'm thinking of you. And in between that is a Chariot headed towards victory. Now, again, for a lot of you, because I am getting dual messages in this because it is going to be the whole month. I do feel like a lot of you are going to be trusting your intuition as well. Okay, on something. I forgot I had YouTube open and I I scared the crap out of it. I was like, who's talking in my room? Anyway, all right, Taurus. So a lot of you are going to be deciding where to break free, where to go. You know, some of you, that regeneration is going to be you, and then trying to, like, you're thinking about victory, you're making plans, you're trying to trust your intuition, but you may be held back. In the meanwhile, this person may come around and talk to you guys. You know, I do feel like with exes coming back, guys, with collective reads, it's always like a split energy. Some people don't want to hear from their ex, some people do. You know, you are a whole collective, all right? So personal reads, or do check your moon, rising, Venus, you know, if you want more messages there. Spirit, talk to me. What's the gossip there? So this energy, this planning energy, approaching abundance, flirting. Meanwhile, someone, you know, making more money. Meanwhile, someone's going to be probably trying to contact you, okay, from the past with an offer for emotions, okay? Spirit, talk to me. Any gossip? What gossip or challenges does Taurus need to know for November coming up in their energy? What's the big energy here? Love bombed. All right. So there we go. Secret admirer. Yeah, someone not admitting their emotions. Someone being fake and making a bounce back. Divine timing. There we go. It's a similar energy here. And money moves. What did I say? Brand new, innovative beginnings. All right. So you can see, first off, all right, they might have love bombed, they might have ghosted, they might have done a lot of like crappy things, all right, but someone still has emotions for you. And I do see deep fake. They are being fake, and meanwhile, you're making a bounce back from this. All right, this is you regenerating, coming back to life. Divine timing. I do see money moves. Look at that bank account. Ooh, look at nice deposit. What is that? $5,276 bank deposit. And then I see brand new, having fresh beginnings, being, you know, coming back to life. Okay. Some of you may even start a new job. All right. You may make some changes here, or you're literally going to be like, I'm over this. I'm ready to go forward in my life, whether this person contacts me or not. All right. You're doing you. Okay. Because you need to live your life. It's what's going on, even if the past is still hurting you. All right. So beautiful energy to see. Let me get some. Sorry if I slammed that to the alarm. Let's talk about career since we see you guys. What do we got? Renewal. All right, starting out renewal. Break this down. Let's get some career messages for you guys. Um, wrap this up. Spirit, talk to me for Taurus career for November. All right, so the renewal, we're starting out renewal. That's all about resting and recharging. And clearly, you guys have been through a lot, okay? Because this sense of coming back to life, right? It keeps coming up here. Now, I do see make it work. You have all the tools you need to make it work. Right now, you're planting seeds. You're in a growing phase with the cultivation card. And a lot of you maybe literally manifesting, maybe the advice to try to manifest your goals. We have homes being highlighted, analyzing, speaking up, trying to save money, working hard in the background, making money move. So a lot of you may have big goals that you're trying to manifest right now. Okay, so that could be there. And let me see. And I see gesture. Someone may be helping you. You may be lending a hand to someone. What else for career and journey? Okay, so that is about, let me, hold on. That can be a flip card. And gifts. Okay. Planning for the future again. All right. So there's a lot, you guys. Some of you guys may be dealing with things in your career and your ambitions, whatever it is that you don't really want to deal with, like you're saving face and just grinning and bearing it. But good news, I do have movement coming. All right. Things speeding up because right now it looks like you need to rest first. All right. You're growing. You know, there's things, tools that you need, and it feels like things are moving slow, but I do have the journey. This is, you may move to a new place for work. You may literally be doing that, or you may be traveling, you know what I mean? You may be traveling a little further. You may be making plans to move in general. There's a lot about transitions hitting your reading, but I'm seeing needing strategy and to create a plan, and perspective may be an issue as it comes up, especially when it comes to money. The gifts card, but the gifts card is coming in, and I see someone helping you. So some of you may get a leg up in something, all right, someone helping you out. And it may even be just with strategizing whatever your goal is, because you do have uncovering new talents. This could be more money coming your way, some type of gift. And this is about plans for the future, you know? So, but I do feel like you're going to be stuck here, but things are going to speed up. All right, Taurus. And what do we got here? using your influence, putting yourself out there. The Queen of Swords to the Four of Wands, that's like alignment, relation, celebration, but Queen of Swords speaks up about things, all right? And now you have the influence card, speaking up and trusting your intuition. A lot of you are going to be headed to a new life, a fresh perspective, feeling, powerful again, all right? I even have the power position. Ooh, and success, feeling strong, okay? So you just have to, they said that for Sagittarius, so follow the yellow brick road. On my short read for Sag, there's something they're trying to guide you to, Taurus, all right, is what's showing up with your career. But what's showing up is a period of rest, but also, knowing you have what it takes, even if it seems hard with a perspective, okay? So career's looking good, Taurus. Keep at it. Best of luck. I hope these messages helped, all right? Comment, subscribe, let me know how they resonate. I love to hear from you guys, okay? Love and light. Take care of yourselves.